The one-on-one interview is all about you. We like to know who you are, what you do, what you like, and what you don't like. And it doesn't matter if your English is good. It is your personal story. Are you interested in the one-on-one interview? Leave a message and we will get back to you. And don't forget to subscribe. See you soon at the one-on-one interview. Bye.
Living life in color. Everything around me looks so beautiful and sweet. Heavenly desire.
How was it for you to travel at such a young age?
That's a difficult question.
It all started here.
She became the Dutch champion at the age of 12 and 14.
It was really like a cut-off from okay, I have a new life and that's not tennis.
Cole, can you tell us, what do we have here?
We have some albums.
What do you think of the sisters Williams, Venus and Serena? How they... My name is Monique Mijnals. Today I have a special guest. At the age of 6, her parents discovered she had a special talent. She became the Dutch champion at the age of 12 and 14. And her name is...
Chantal Reuter.
Hey Chantal Reuter.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
Thank you for being here. Where are we today at this beautiful place?
Today we are at Amstel Park Tennis. That's in Amsterdam, and that's where I played the biggest time of my tennis career. From the age of 10 I started here.
So you arrived here at 10 years?
Yes.
10 years? How did that go?
How did it go? Yes, when I was 6 I started with tennis, then I started at the TVH in Hoofddorp.
These are a few of albums from the time of Chantal. She was playing with on our park, tennis with TVH, Tennisvereniging Hoofddorp. That was in the very young period of her life.
How old?
How old? I think she was between 6, 7, 8, 9. She was as tall as that chair, I think. That is what I remember. Me.
That's very young, eh?
That's very
6,
young.
Yeah.
She was playing all by herself, many practice on the wall. She was playing, and that was what many people are saying. I think saying, all alone. Her older brother. I think that was her example.
Inspiration.
Yes, but she was playing all by herself, not with puppets and all kind of stuff, but with the tennis racket. Here on the tennis plane, she was playing with the tennis racket against the wall.
Yep.
That's what I might remember. A big forehand and a two-handed backhand, eh? Two-handed backhand. Oma.
Show us what is this? What's
Yes, this is the album.
1986.
My partner has collected this from 1968 till 1967, and I think that is the period that Chantal maybe she played, and she is on the picture here.
I see here youth competition.
Ja, from
Ja.
the aspirants. Even kijken, what time is it? No, she was playing here. This is Chantal, the little the little one, and this her mother. She was playing with all older people, all older youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's the first picture when she was such a talent. She went away, and there was many people want to train her, want to practice her.
Yeah.
For she was a talent, and a talent has many men who likes to many favorites and many favorites, and so she went away.
Yeah, but how do you see a talent when you're 6 years old? What is it that you see right away?
Yeah, how do you call the vastberadenheid? The
consistency that she.
Yeah, she was to train. She want to train. She want to always busy with. She liked the game. She liked the game. They play against the wall, not 10 times, 100 times. Forehand, backhand, and he was. I don't remember he was playing on the court. Also, always against the wall, and she was so fast. What is fast? So
Steady.
Steady.
She was so steady that they asked her for competition.
Yeah.
They trained much for her. She was a Dutch talent. Her brother was a good player. She saw that, and there was a possibility to play against the wall with her brother, with the trainer, and then we are. And so it's a nice distance, a nice surrounding, and then that's very important, I think, for the development for many people, for many players.
But I think your parents also saw the talent, because what you said, some parents push their children. But your parents, they saw the talent and they wanted you to play tennis?
I don't know if they saw the talent, but I think maybe other people told my mom or my dad that I had the talent. I think Co maybe saw the talent in me in a way.
But her
and
mother,
he thought, oh, maybe she can get lessons. And
I know, of course, I know her father and mother very well. The father is a very good sportsman. Her mother was the leader of the family. She make the appointments. She said what to do, and she looks at her. She likes it, so they give her the opportunity to play more. And 1 and 1 is 2.
Yes.
After that, she was very good playing, and she was playing matches, and they play as a young one. So old people said, "Oh, she is good. We have to train her. She comes with us play in Amsterdam Park." Kijk, de fiets zo snel neergezet. Potverdorie, het lijkt wel zomer.
if you want to be a good player, then you have to be motivated and dedicated to the sport and life, because it's not only the sport, it's also the life which you're living next to it, with the school and friends, and it's all different, of course. You don't have a normal life, so that's what people have to realize.
It's a lot of training,
Yeah,
good dedication.
Yes, you have to give up a lot, because you have a different life than other children. You can't go out, you can't go partying. After school you're going to the trainings. Other friends, they went after school, they play outside, and I had to go to the club and train, and that's what I liked. But sometimes I also thought, oh, it's nice to play with the children. So, but I was dedicated, to be a good player, so I did it, and I did my best.
Yeah.
So, you have to realize sometimes that what you're doing, that is the goal you have. So, and I had really the goal to be a professional tennis player.
Yeah.
So.
Bij TVH Hoofddorp. How was it for you to travel at such a young age? How did you experience that?
Oh, it was the best experience of my life. Yeah, I remember I enjoyed it. I went all over the world, meeting other people. I went to see cities. I think that on that age that no one else, can tell that story. So, I really enjoyed that.
And how was it with your managers or your trainers? They also traveled together with you?
Yes, when I was traveling from the club, then I had a fixed trainer, which was always traveling and training with me. And we went together everywhere in the world. And sometimes we were with a group, depends on the tournament and what kind of level the tournament was. So and after a while I also went to the Dutch team. So then we traveled with another coach from the Dutch team and also with a fixed team. So that were the best players of Holland in that age. So then we played like team matches or like cups, That was really nice. So it was really really different.
And who did all the payments for all this traveling, the expenses? How did that work?
In the beginning, my father sponsored a lot. He worked very hard to pay all the costs, but later on, the tennis school where I played, Amstel Park, I had their special manager, and he really did a lot of investment in those traveling. So he paid all my travel and the coaches and those things. And my parents were paying the hotels or the food. So it was a bit of a mix, but most of the money, the manager paid.
They paid it. Okay. Did they have a budget for it? Is that a special budget?
I don't know, because I was very young, so I don't know how that money arrangement worked out. But that was the arrangement I had, and also the trainings. In the beginning my father paid, but after a while, everything was paid by the manager, because they invested in me, of course. They thought, she will be a professional tennis player, she will earn in the future probably a lot of money, which she can pay us a part of it back. That was probably in the agreement, that if I should win a lot of money, that probably they got a percentage of that money. But you need that, because if there's no money, then or someone who wants to help you or see that you have talent and they want to invest in you, then it will never work out. Because you need to go abroad, you need to go international.
Because tennis, it's an expensive hobby.
It's very expensive. Yes.
Not everybody can.
No, I was really pleased that my father could afford that. And I'm always proud of him, really.
It's nice to be here in the summer.
Yeah. It's Bosbanen. I did a lot of running here.
You have a lot of rowing games, I think, also.
Yeah, rowing games in the summer.
Sit by the water.
Try to park a bit near the entrance. Maybe here. age of 10, they asked me if I wanted to play this club. In that time, I already moved to another village where I was also playing. That was in Batuverdorp. So I played in Batuverdorp and I played in Amstelpark. And Amstelpark was, of course, the professional tennis club where all the talented people came to start their prof career or trying to be a prof or getting better. And of course, all the facilities were there. So that was very good.
What was going through your mind then at that age? Can you remember that?
I can't really remember because it just went in a flow. But I was always busy with tennis, and of course after school, this was my life. This is where I played tennis, where my friends were like a family, of course. So this is where I were the most of the time.
Yeah.
Also in the weekends or in the evenings. Yeah.
Do they give you a trainer or someone that guides you? How does that work?
Yeah, there were a few tennis trainers on that club, and my first trainer on the Amstelpark was Hugo Ecker, and he became my first trainer here, and he gave me private lessons and group lessons with other players. And with him I traveled, and also with another trainer, Dennis Schenk, and with him I traveled also around the world. So yeah.
And do they have like a strict program, like Mondays or Tuesdays? How does that work?
I went, of course, in that time to school. So after school I played the trainings here from I think 4 till 6 o'clock, and sometimes I left after those trainings. Sometimes I had also a fitness training. So then I left at 7 o'clock. So that were my days when I was quite young, so on the lower school. But when I went to the higher school, I was on a special sports school, they call it. So they will guide you through the career of tennis and the school. So then I also started to travel a lot and train a lot. So after school I went immediately to the trainings. So in that time of course you had only 2 or 3 hours trainings each day. And also on the Saturdays, in the mornings, and then the afternoon I was off. And Sundays most of the time I had tournaments. And later on when I finished school, of course, then I became a real full-time tennis player. So then I started at 9 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. And that was a whole program with private lessons, group lessons, fitness. We did running here in the woods, mental trainings. So that was a whole program.
Who's the person who brought you to all the trainings, games?
Yes, that was my mom. Yeah,
She
brought me everywhere in Holland. She picked me up from school to the trainings to home, and she went me to every tournament where I had to go in Holland. So she was really amazing, really.
You rock,
Yes.
without mom.
Yeah, without mom I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased that she had the time and also the energy to do it, really. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
You like the game, right? So.
I think I was the age of 11 that I already went traveling.
What was your first travel? To which country? Do you remember that?
No, I think it was Belgium or something.
Oh, but still.
Like that. It was maybe Belgium or Germany or something like that. And later on, I also became in the junior Dutch team. It's from the KNLTB, and the best people of under your age, they selected the team, and you went with the team to different countries to play there for team games. But also, of course, the junior championships and the other junior tournaments around the world. And there were also a few junior tournaments, international tournaments in Holland. But of course, all around the world, all the young people around the world, they played. So we went to Australia, we went to South America, we went to New York, we went to whole Europe. So yeah.
You also arrived at the Wimbledon.
Yes.
How was that?
Yes, of course, that's something to remember. Yeah, I played, I think, 2 times at Wimbledon Juniors, and yeah, that's amazing tournament. Yeah, you can't describe that if you're walking there as a young girl, and you feel really important. Of course, you think, oh, you know, I'm arrived here, and you're between all those big players. In that time was Pete Sampras was very famous, so yeah, and you're just in between those people, so that's very special. And then you're also allowed to play there, and yeah, something which I will never forget.
Yeah,
a nice memory.
Yeah, I can imagine that it's very overwhelming for such a young girl to be there at Wimbledon.
Yes.
Yeah. And what happened furthermore in Wimbledon?
Now what happened is that in the second year I played there, I think I was in the quarterfinals of the junior singles. I was playing there, and after the match I went back to the hotel. And you know, we are all with a group of players are there, so from every country we're in the same hotel, and also the trainers and the coaches, and we know each other. And there was also a Dutch coach, not from me but from some other player, and we were just a bit joking in the garden and playing, you know, a bit and you know, he grabbed me and he wanted to make a joke to, you know, to let me fall on the floor. And then I fell on my shoulder, so I broke, everything in this shoulder was broken. So I felt immediately that it wasn't all right. So also my collarbone broke, so he was standing out. So yeah, I had to call my coach. He was still in his hotel room, so they called him, and we went immediately to the hospital. And yeah, from that period I remember that I went back the next day by plane to Holland, and in a week time I got my operation, and yeah, I think I had a year of revalidation after that. After the operation I had fitness, physio, all kind of practicing, because my shoulder was for, I think, 10 weeks like this, so it was like a frozen shoulder. And they had a bone from my leg they took out of in the operation. They put it in my shoulder to make it stronger. So yeah, there was a lot of going on there. So yes, so we had to recover from that. So I went back on the courts, and but I felt immediately that something was blocking in my shoulder. I couldn't describe it, but the power wasn't there. Of course I had to start all over again, and of course from all the years of training, in 1 year of fitness and revalidation, it's not the same. So I felt it was not well, and I didn't feel the power as I should had to feel, really. So
there was another life for Chantal.
Yes,
I think.
Imagine.
Yeah.
But it was very unlucky. Very unlucky what happened.
Yeah, it was difficult. It was difficult. I don't really remember what I felt, because I really buried that part maybe of my life. But of course there was also a new life started for me, because I was in that year time. I also had time for my friends, I had time for my family, I had time to do nice things which I never really did, because I was always focused on my school and on my tennis. So I went out, I had a lot of new friends, I did nice things, I went on holiday, I was with my family. So it was a bit of difficult period to know what to do really in my life. So when I felt it was not good in my shoulder and looking forward to a different life than tennis, I decided to stop and to focus on a different life, because the chance to come back with this shoulder was really small, and then it's such a risk. So I had to make a decision really for myself. That was the biggest decision, of course, of my life, and not only for myself but also for the people around me, for my coaches, for my parents.
At this moment, Chantal was not in my picture.
Yes.
Not on a distance, but not close.
You only heard about it.
But what's so nice is, and that's perhaps for later on, every time still we have a good connection. We have, when we see each other, or in geval a father, a mother, a brother, and that does me good.
Yeah, she told us she was looking for you.
And then I left go, but I never forgot him. I must say, after I stopped the tennis, I must say I can't remember that I had contact anymore with the trainers.
Okay.
And it was really like a cut-off from, okay, I have a new life and that's not tennis. And I can't remember that, I had still contact with those people. They also moved on with other children, that was their business.
Yeah.
And I had something new. So I think with some people I didn't have contact for 30 years, or I didn't see people for so long. So and maybe I also blocked it, I don't know, but that is just how it went.
Yeah.
Gamer's paradise, and the world keeps going right. I feel good, and there's a million stars in the sky. I feel good, the sun shines so bright. I feel good, the world keeps going round, going round. I feel good. Life is clearer than I've ever.
That is a prize from the club championships.
Yeah.
This is the first
I see
prize.
it's the first prize
Twelve.
till 10 years old.
I see one. I think you have prizes here.
A few. I took a few, and this is my most value one, because this is the trophy of the US Open Doubles Junior Championships, which I won with my South African partner. So this is really important for me, and I think this was from the junior. Let's have a look. This is from the club where I was in the local club where I was a champion, and I think this one is from a German international game. So that's the first place I won there. This I think was, this is the with the Dutch team. So that we played every weekend. There was tournaments, and there were the best players in the whole Holland. We came together in the weekends, and then we played tournaments. They called the Masters. It was every Saturday and Sunday, and then I got also a few times the first place. So they're all different ones. I have to look. This is from they call it districtskampioenschappen. That's in the area, local area. Trophy, and this one is this is the national championships under the age of 14. So I was outside and indoor championships under 12 and under 14. So yeah, this is just a few ideas. I think this is in a very good international tournament in Spain, which is not a juniors. This was already a senior tournament. So I also started in the seniors to get points.
What age
for
is that when you started the seniors?
Oh, I don't know which year is
1993.
that. 1993. So that is 30 years ago.
Yeah, wow. Wow. Yeah. What was the most difficult game that you played?
That's a difficult question.
If you remember.
I don't know maybe what is the most difficult game, but of course because if it's an important game then you get more nervous or you really want to achieve it. So I think the most important or difficult game was my doubles finals, because that is the point. You have to stand there and you want to be the winner and you have to do it on that time. So that was really a big thing for me and also for my double partner. So yeah, I think that was the most difficult game I remember in my mind. Yeah.
Who was your doubles
I
partner?
played with a South African girl and her name is Surina de Beer. And yeah, she was also a good double player. So yeah, we didn't play much doubles together, but sometimes. But in that tournament, it all came together. It just flowed through the tournament.
But the trainer brings the two of you together?
No, we just met, you know the people and you met each other, and then you will ask, oh, should we practice today? And then you're gonna play against her in the practice courts and you train with each other. And then you say, oh, should we play doubles? You know, maybe it's nice if we play doubles together. So that is a bit how it went.
Okay. Now, what do you think of the sisters Williams, Venus and Serena? How they...
Yeah, it's nice that you say that, because when I was in America, I was once on a tennis academy, and I was playing there the Orange Bowl, and that is in Florida. And the sisters Williams were practicing there on that tennis academy with their father. So that was the first views we had from these girls, and the father was training them. And they were not allowed, I don't know if you have seen the film of them, but they were not allowed from the father to play the tournaments on that age. Which we said, oh, that's strange, if you have so much talent, why don't you play the tournament? But if you look back, for them it was a good decision. Because if you're very young and you became very good, it doesn't say you always keep there on the top. It's better to grow slowly and stay there till the end, of course.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they were of course very good, but yeah, I never played against them, but yeah, they were in later on. They were in the circuit, but then I had my accident. So
yeah,
I played with bigger names in that time. I played with Anna Kunikova and Martina Hingis. They were the junior champions also in that time. So I was a bit on that level with them.
Wow, big names.
And I'm afraid of flying these days. I traveled so much, but nowadays I'm quite...
Yeah? Why?
I had a flight, that's my story which I don't really want to remember, but I was playing in Colombia. And I had to fly back from Colombia to Holland, but I had a stop in Panama. And we had, in those days, we had open tickets. So if you lost, you could see which flight was available. You could go back. You don't have to wait for days. So they were flexible tickets. And I don't know, but probably I didn't make the final. But so we went back a bit earlier, and I had a stop in Panama, and I had a flight normally at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, oh, you know, then I have to wait a long time in Panama. So I thought that's not so handy. So I changed my ticket. That's what I remembered from it. I changed my ticket from 7 o'clock till a 9 o'clock flight in the morning. And when I arrived on the airport in Colombia, I saw that the screens were black. And so I thought, oh, that's strange. And then later I heard that the flight from 7 o'clock, which I should be in there, was crashed. So I was really lucky. And from that moment, something happens in my brain, I think. And from that moment, I am really scared to fly. I still do it. I go everywhere, but I'm not very happy when I sit in the plane.
Yeah, but you were not supposed to be in that plane. Yeah,
Probably not.
Yeah, you changed the flight. Are you a mother, Chantal?
Yes, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of 2 sons. And they are very good in football.
No
No
tennis.
tennis.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to play sometimes tennis, but they like more football.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's also beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, but you never wanted them to play tennis or?
No, I always let them choose their own way
Yeah.
and what they like to do. I never said, oh, you have to go to tennis or no, because I was a tennis player.
Yeah.
No, I think football was also, I think, a nice sport for boys and
Yeah.
team sport. Tennis is a team sport, but it's also very a lonely sport. You have to do it by yourself, especially me, because I was on a different level than other children. I was most of the time traveling by myself with the coach, and that's sometimes lonely. So I think it was important for my children to do a team sport.
And you just mentioned sometimes it's lonely traveling. How
Yes.
can you tell us more about that?
Oh yes, it was sometimes very lonely, of course, if I traveled with my coach, and I had always a very good connection with my coach. We always laughed and played games, like like cards, playing cards, and we visited places or whatever. But in the end, you're still alone in your hotel room, and you're just a young girl. So in that time you didn't have a phone, you didn't have a computer, you didn't have social media. We had only a fax in that time. So, I couldn't phone my parents or friends each time I wanted. So it was really a different period than you have nowadays where, you can just video calling with everyone. So yes, I was in the room, I was sometimes lonely, but I had always my goal. I wanted to do tennis, that is what I like to do, and that kept me really going.
And your children, do they ask you about what happened?
I told
Did you
them,
tell
of
them?
course,
Yeah.
yes, and they say, yeah, it's really a shame. But maybe after this documentary that they maybe understand it more, of course, because they were also still very young. And I don't really talk a lot about it. It's just a different life, and I'm a different person nowadays. So it's really a kind of close part of my life.
Yeah, it doesn't make you bitter if you think about it and you go back in time, or you regrets or...
Sometimes regrets, sometimes it makes me sad, sometimes angry. It's just how I feel really. I don't really like to talk about it because, it's just a life story which ended in a bad way. Only sometimes I think money-wise it's of course a bit sad because if I had such a talent, you see that the big footballers, it's so easy to earn your money with a sport which you like to do, and now I have to work a lot to earn my money, which is also nice, but in a different way, of course.
Yeah, but speaking about money, you won several prizes. What?
But not much money, I can tell you.
What kind of prizes were that? And
in the juniors you don't earn money, of
Okay.
course. That's just the case. But later on, when I tried to do the seniors, you play. You start with senior tournaments. And then you start with like $25,000 tournaments, and when you have enough points, you go to the $50,000 tournaments. And if you win a lot or you make a lot of points, you're going to the 125, and like that you get points. And with those points, you can come on the world ranking, and for the ladies. And so it's very important that you play as much as possible in those tournaments, and you win a lot, so you get more and more points. So you can start in those tournaments, so you can qualify maybe for the Grand Slams, and if you're lucky and you win, then you can come in the main draw. So that is where I earned a bit of my money. I had a manager who paid a lot of my travels, and also hotels, and of course all my trainings. So I have to give a part of my money to him, which I think that's normal when someone is so investing in you. And a part of that money I kept, but it's not much. I think I paid my first car from it, and then it was gone.
So now, life without tennis.
Yes.
How is that?
Yeah, it's quite good. I play, of course, a bit of tennis, but I'm enjoying my life. Yeah, I'm very busy with my two sons. They play football, so I'm traveling a lot with them, and I do my work, my home, just like a normal life. Yes, I have a dog, partner. You know.
What else do you want more?
Yes, exactly.
You're satisfied.
Yes.
Yeah. And how do you see yourself in about 20 years from now on? I know it's a long time, but do you have other...
I hope I can say I can stop working, but in that time I was 64, so yeah, I hope I'm still enjoying what I'm doing at the time, and still enjoying my job. I'm working now as a management assistant in a house company for elderly people, which I really enjoy. And I hope I can still have a nice job, maybe this job, maybe another job, I don't know, but still that I enjoy what I do. And also with my family, I just want to have a nice bond, and with the children we can still do nice things. I can travel around the world, nice holidays, just like everyone else in a normal life, still doing some sports. I hope I'm still healthy, you know, that's the main thing I think in life, that you keep yourself healthy. So I don't have really goals in my life, I just want to enjoy my life. You know, my goal was a professional tennis player, and I couldn't make that. So I chose for another life, a life which I never had before. So I got off the whole tennis really.
Yeah, I can imagine. And do you still follow tennis? Do you have favorite players?
I must say I don't watch a lot of tennis. Sometimes the finals of the nice tournaments, or when there's a good Dutch player, then I will follow it, but I don't stay at home for special matches. I play tennis now myself again, so I picked it up like 2 years maybe now. So just at the local club, so and not on a high level, just for fun.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Chantal, thank you so much for your time and your beautiful story, and I hope that other people will see it and listen to it. And thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you also for your time.
You're welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and of course, comment. And don't forget, you are the next one for our one-on-one interview sessions. So, see you soon. Bye.
Living life in color. Everything around me looks so beautiful and sweet. Heavenly desire. Everything so bright, it's like a brand new movie.